Hello, YouTube. We're perfectly on time today. I think... Oh, oops. It says I'm streaming Overwatch on Twitch. Okay, my bad. Listen, I'm new here. Oh, this did not update any of my broadcast settings. Okay, okay. Hold up. We can fix this. I'm a professional. Hello, Chatterooskies. Am I live on YouTube? Yes. Hello, YouTube. Actually huge. What's up, name? No name. Hello, hello. I've lost track of the days, so I just keep kind of throwing a random day in the title. And hoping that it's the right one. Alrighty. What are your thoughts on Omarchy? I have a video on that specifically. What? Hold on, I'll find it for you. We got headphones on today because I want to lock in. I need music. I need some tunes. Let me find it. Oh yeah. Me immediately getting derailed, / sidetracked, / forgetting what I was doing. Here, I've got a dedicated video for you, Twitch chatter. Gonko. Yo, what's up? I hate New York. What? I'm a huge fan. I'm wearing this t-shirt so people think I'm American. Just kidding. I don't think if you're from New York that you ever wear this t-shirt. But I think if I lived in New York, I would have to wear this t-shirt every day. I would just think that would be so funny. Imagine you roll up to work, your office in New York, and you live and work in New York, and you roll up and you got your I Heart New York t-shirt on every single day. You buy 7 of them, 1 for every day of the week. You guys, okay, I think I need to do this. You know what? Maybe I need an I Heart. What could be in 2 characters? I Heart SH. I Heart SH shells. And we wear it every single day. Is this an excuse to move to New York? I don't think I could live. I think I would be so overstimulated in New York. But dude, Canada has like 1/10 of the population of America. I get borderline overstimulated when I go to the States. I don't know if I could live in that. I think my ideal situation is that I live in the middle of nowhere with a lot of animals. That's what we need. It's what the plants crave. Me on a farm and electrolytes. You guys, sometimes I just be saying shit. What are you here for? Why are you here? Hello? What's she even saying? Hi, YouTube chat. Sorry, I'm popping out the YouTube chat so that I can see you properly. Man. Are you from Toronto? No. I'm West Coast, best coast, baby. West Coast, best coast. All right, I think I gotta switch my controls over from my stream PC to my Linux machine. The computer machine. Do you have a job as well? If not, then how do you earn? No, I do not have a full-time job right now. My full-time job is building whatever I want and learning things. Yeah. I'm a full-time streamer. Yeah. So cool. Me basically trying to dodge the AI era where the corpos go like, I'm trying to think of a cartoon character, a cartoon villain, where the corpos turn into a cartoon villain that make you delegate your entire thinking to AI. Me just being like, you know what? I'm gonna ditch this part. I'll be back when y'all get this figured out. No thanks. Mr. Burns, no, for real. Mr. Burns would have been a good one. You right. Are you sitting on a polar bear? Yeah. This is some Game of Thrones ass shit, okay? Guys, we're like 2 minutes in, I'm already swearing. Hello? Hello? Disney villain better than a cartoon villain? I like the Aladdin villain, but I can't. Jafar. Jafar is a good villain. I like anything where they have like a little creature, you know? Like the little cat that they're petting. Or like Jabba the Hutt, he got his little gremlin pet. Those are my favorites. What's the chair cover made of? This is sheepskin. I got it from Costco, by the way. Just so you know. In case you're wondering, that's where everything that I own is from Costco. If they sell it at Costco, I've at least tried to purchase it. All right. Hey Bash, you motivated me to start the Codecrafter Shell monthly challenge. I've done it in Odin. Let's freaking go. Let's go. We can just build stuff, you guys. We can just freaking build stuff. You didn't even know that. Bet you didn't even know. All right. How do I edit? Oh, there we go. Let's filter. Okay, I don't know what the rest of this stuff means. Kind of stuck at the quote parsing. Dude, stop. You guys, I think I mentioned this. I mentioned this on Monday, but Monday was a gaming stream, so I don't blame you for not being tuned in. Oh, hold on. I got to change my keyboard layout for a sec. Oh my God, it's so zoomed in now. Hello? Okay, the split is going to look crazy for all of you. Okay, I did not need to zoom in this much. Okay. All right. Let me also... oh, it's here. I think that I change it. Enhance, zoom, enhance. Show mod actions. Don't want that. Yeah. Okay. We zoom, we enhance. Enhance, zoom. Yeah. So on Monday, I ended up doing a gaming stream. I think Mondays are just kind of going to be like a bit of a roulette of what we end up doing, because I needed a freaking minute. I was so mad. So on Sunday, I was working on, so basically last week I was already feeling a little bit frustrated because I was like, I was spending a lot of time with family, which is good. Okay. But you know how it is where it's like, you know, you go touch grass for a little bit and then you're like, okay, well now I feel behind. So I gotta work on it. All right. I gotta work on it. And then so on Sunday I was like, okay, yeah, let me finish the challenge that I was working on. And I started tweaking stuff, and I was like experimenting with different solutions, trying to refactor, I think, just to clean it up. And then realized I didn't commit any of the changes from the stream, but I only realized that after I ran a git restore. So, yeah, I had to redo my solution for the stream. Yeah. So I had to redo my solution for parsing the quotes. And overall, good lesson, but also that happened on Sunday. And then so on Monday, Monday morning, I was like, do you know how little I want to go on stream right now and have people be like, Bash, why are you still on this challenge? Or like, why are you only here? I'm going to be like, I'm going to lose my mind. I was like, I can't do it. I got to play some freaking games. I got to play some games. I can't do it. Emmanuel, hello. Oh my gosh. Yeah. At least I did have the stream if I needed to like reference the changes. I ended up, I think, changing the solution a little bit. I'm going to be honest. It's getting a little thick. I tried to refactor it to make it a little more readable, but I think I have to change how I'm doing some of this stuff. But yeah, so that was me on Monday. So today we're feeling better. I was able to do a lot, like catch up on some of the coding that I wanted to do anyway. So we're good. Yeah. YouTube chat on screen. You know what? I got to change YouTube chat to be sub only. Hold on. That shit get crazy when the randoms come in. It gets so freaking crazy. All right. I have to remember how to do this. YouTube is so funny because they'll have like they have different settings in so many different areas. Okay. Is it this one? Okay, no, it's not there. Sorry guys, one sec. But yeah, so that was my start to the week. Can I do a backflip? I used to be able to do flips and stuff. I used to be cool. I peaked in elementary school. Okay. I used to be able to do all the cool acrobatic stuff. Oh shit, I don't remember. Oh wait, maybe it's here. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. I found it. All right, sick. Yeah, YouTube chat. This is how we make YouTube chat behave. Peaked in elementary school, yo, for real. $100 subs equals a backflip, right? Judy already tried that one. It didn't work. My skills did not come back to me, unfortunately. Sometimes gaming calms down my mind. Sometimes there's something so cathartic about gaming. Sometimes you just need it. Okay. But yeah, you guys, look at this. Okay, so part of what okay, let me just update you real quick. So I did change this to a match because it's insane. Or like, it's fine. But just, there were like so many conditional statements that was like if else, whatever. And I was like, there's too many if else cases now. So we're going to have to we'll do a little switch on this guy. I think I need to, part of me was like, I feel like I could just have a state variable that has an enumeration that is either like in single quotes, in double quotes, none, or is escaped or something like that, you know? Because I feel like this is just going to be, I think this is just going to get worse. And I did actually I brought out some of the logic as well into smaller functions just so it's a little bit more readable. Like they don't do that much. Like look at this, is quoted. It just checks this. But I was just finding it was easier to read this because I was getting some logic errors. So I was like, okay, if I delegate, like, let's put some of this logic, group it together, make it a little bit better. So yeah, so that is the current state of things. Okay, Hero says, I went on making an enum for character types like quote, etc., and then went on trying to make logic for like a tree or double linked list. I completely got lost into my logic, dude. I feel like that I almost fell into that. When I was, so right now when I was, what was I trying to do? I think that might have been for double quotes or something like that. Or I don't know, one of the quoted stuff is kind of funky, but now I'm on like the escaped one, and I've been adding tests to mine because I find it sometimes easier than just like, having the code crafter stuff. So I've just been like adding the tests as the, like with the requirements that they outline, and then sometimes the failing tests. So right now this test is what's failing is, so before what I was doing is if the previous character was a slash, then I'd escape the current character. But then I realized that if I've just escaped a slash, that logic breaks. So like, for example, this example right now, actually I can just run it. I'll just run it in this terminal. You guys, this split is probably very cursed for you today. You can see in this failed test, it's okay. This is messed up. This is insane. So I think I changed something here that made this break, but also it's returning a single quote. Yeah, not ideal. You can't escape a single quote in a single quoted string. You can't escape a single quote in a single quoted string. Yeah. So I think I need to, I gotta probably rearrange the logic a touch so that it's a little bit more, I don't know, easier to like pinpoint what's going wrong. Yeah. Cause right now it's a little crazy. Another thing that I found out actually with these tests, hold on. I should really just add a bookmark for my tests. Silly girl. Okay, so another thing that I realized is, so this R gives you a raw string, and then this little pound sign allows you to basically like give a scope for the raw string, like the beginning and end of the raw string. Because sometimes I was finding if I was doing double quotes, for example, in the middle of one of these, in the middle of a raw string, it would still process that as like the end of the string. But yeah. Invisible Cat said, I made a simple state machine around the previous Kara, not great, but works for all the edge cases. Yeah, I'm seeing some of the solutions that I'm seeing from, I don't think I looked at the solutions for this one yet, but like the backslash outside quotes, I don't know, some of these, I feel like the code examples that I'm seeing are so simple that I'm like, I feel like this surely has bugs. I hope you're having a great stream. Thank you, Aoki. I appreciate that. I hope you're having a wonderful day as well. I was straight up deal with a tokenizer or Lexer to deal with args. I think we gotta rework this. And I think I should probably look at existing patterns on how other shells maybe do this. So I think we'll look at that. All right. What is a good example for a shell? I think, or like even the Git is, even a bash would be a good one as well. I didn't think of that. Yeah, I feel like we can probably, because I feel like at this point I am doing this in the most like simple way, and there is probably a more elegant 5-head solution to this that I haven't considered. What are you drinking? I got tea. I was gonna put music on, but I'm just yapping, and I apparently should probably just hear myself talk. Okay, what is a tokenizer? What is a Lexer? Okay, tokenizer, Lexer. It knows what I mean, roughly. Here we go, Stack Overflow, we're back. Okay, tokenizer, parser, Lexer, how they're related to each other. That's what we want, we're the same. Okay, so tokenizer breaks the stream of text into tokens, usually looking for white space. Oh, wait, so this is kind of what we're doing. This parse args is actually kind of doing that. A Lexer is basically a tokenizer, but it attaches extra context to the tokens. The token is a number. Token, wait, this token is a number, this token is a string literal, and the other token is an equality operator. Parser takes the stream of tokens from the Lexer, turns it into an abstract syntax tree representing the usually usually representing the program presented in the original text. Is this that's a book. Good grounding of CS. Some books have more practical, like writing compilers and interpreters. Okay. So Lexer or tokenizer would split that up into tokens, which is int x equal 1. Okay, Parser will take these tokens and use them to understand in some way. Wow. Guys, I don't think forms are gonna die. I don't think forms are gonna die. Because how else is AI gonna get the answers? How else will it know? I guess it's getting it from the docs, which is where other people normally get these answers from. But if it's a specific thing, because so many times forms, it's like, oh, this worked for me. And it's like something that is not documented. Lexer will also define scopes for these tokens. Okay. Tokenizer will remove any comments, only return tokens to Lexer. Parser will then build. Okay. So I need a bit more of like a substantial, lexical analysis. Okay. Geeks for geeks. They can fix us. Okay, lexical analysis. Can you guys see this fine? Yeah, probably. Okay. Lexical analysis, also known as scanning, is the first phase of a compiler. Okay, in this phase, the compiler reads the source code character by character from left to right, groups them into meaningful units called tokens. These tokens are then passed to the next phase of compilation, known as syntax analysis. Okay. A sequence of characters that represents a basic unit of meaning in a programming language. Tokens are defined by the grammar of the language and are used by the parser to understand program structure. Oh, you know what? I can just take notes on here. I'll just I think I'm gonna do, I think I have notes somewhere. I must have, yeah, there we go. Okay. Lexical analysis. You guys, I meant to warm up. I'm trying to warm up with a monkey type more often. Can you make a CLI game using bubble tea? What? Not right now. We're busy. Oh, craftinginterpreters.com is an excellent book. Okay, crafting. All right, we look it up. Oh, is this actually like an online book? Ooh, oh no, what do they got? Download a sample? Okay. You guys, we gotta put this in the Discord. I don't trust opening it on stream, TBH. I'm gonna do it. Okay, thank God. It opened in a good spot. We're so set. All right, chat, I'm putting it in there. I put it in the Discord. If you want to join the Discord, that's how you see the link. Can vouch for crafting interpreters. Okay. I think this could be the play. I think you're right. Where is my mouse? Thank you. Okay. Conversion of text into, okay, so converting text into tokens, lexical tokens. In natural language, that would basically be like nouns, verbs, etc. How much of the Rust book did you do before you started on projects? I actually just did the code. I did the JetBrains Academy thing, and that was it. I just did JetBrains Academy and then jumped into the first project that I made, which was just like a basic little command line tool. That was just to get more so familiar with the, kind of like the syntax, the data structures in the language, and like how everything can fit together. Do you have an element server? I do have a matrix server, actually, yeah. Here, if you do ! matrix, I think that command works on YouTube. Sometimes the bot is a little bit slow on YouTube, TBH. Oh, there we go. I don't know if it's a clickable link. You might have to you might have to adjust. Also, Judy, wait, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Wow. I got recommended Rustlings. Yeah, so the course that I did was based on Rustlings and the Rust book. I really liked it. I feel like it was pretty good. I think it was it was such a nice, easy thing to just like follow. I think that's part of what I'm liking about the code crafters as well. Like, even if you have other stuff on the go, I feel like sometimes you just don't have the time, or you just want to like get right into programming. And like, I don't know what I can work on that doesn't require me like gathering requirements, creating some ideas for myself on like what features I need to solve this problem, whatever. Like breaking it down into the smaller problems sometimes can just feel like a waste, not a waste of time, but like, you know what I mean? It's like you need like an outlet to just code. And sometimes it's like very helpful to have that structure for you. I'm following the Codecrafter Shell project, but doing it in Swift. They don't support it, but it's easy enough to follow along. That's sick. Wow. I love that. I love that you're just doing whatever you want. You're just making it your own. That's great. Do you have any ideas of things you want to build in Swift? I feel like I have so many different project ideas, but I have not worked on them yet. Not yet. Okay, lexical tokenization is related to the type of tokenization used in LLMs, but with two differences. Lexical tokenization is based on lexical grammar, whereas LLM tokenizers are probability-based. Okay. Disambiguation of the Luxeme. Rule-based natural language processing is not equal to what is called Luxeme in linguistics. Yeah. Identifier keyword. Okay, so I think what I'm actually doing, lexical tokenization, conversion of raw text into meaningful lexical tokens. So, class represents more than one Luxeme. That's good to know, Addie. I've just been adding the type identifiers anyway. I think I'm just in a bit of a habit of adding it. For what it's worth, I think it does work for me to not like it. The type inference does work. When a token class represents more than one possible. I would love to get this book actually. Crafting interpreters. Why do I recognize this name? I love it when smart people have blogs. Guys, I love when smart people share what they're learning. Huge. This looks like a massive overkill to parse a shell input string. Okay, listen. You know what? We're allowed to venture into side quests slightly. Okay, hold on. We're allowed to explore the world, see what there is to see. What was I? Oh yeah, I was trying to. I was like, what's the difference between the head and index in the Git? I got confused. It is probably a little bit overkill, but hold on. I wanted to look at the. Oh, this is me. We gotta close that. This one we can also close. Oh yeah, here. Localization PO. No. You know what? We can ask, what's it called? The AIs. We can ask the clankers. Here we go. Okay. How does this shell handle command? Do you have a name for the shell? I think seashell would be cool. Oh my God, what was the other one that I was thinking? Oh my God, I had such a good name the other day too. Oh, Y shell. I thought Y shell could be kind of funny because it's kind of like YSL, like the designer. Y shell. Zambon, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. I have 2 copies of the book. I really like it. I think we're gonna have to get into it. I think you need to ask about args. Oh, okay. There's a chance the command parse. I think there's a chance you're right. Okay. Oh, they do use an AST. I have never had to actually use one in practice. It's gonna be rough. This is gonna be a little parsed source. Centered around all this. Okay, maybe let's say more of okay, how does this command handle arg parsing with quoted text? We'll be a little more specific. To rely on split or tokenization, you're so right. You can even after yourself calling it bash. We could. What else would be good? Which is better for beginner, Emacs or lazy Vim? I don't know. I never used a pre-built version of Vim. I think honestly, that's hard to say. So part of why I went to Emacs is because I know that there's a lot in that kind of, there are a lot of features that I wanted to kind of explore. And I really wanted to try org mode. I really like Emacs. Vim is nice though for its simplicity. Okay, wait. Quoted text is handled before any built-in sees argv. Okay, by the time a command or built-in parses the options, okay, I'm gonna zoom that in for all of you. Okay. So the quoted text is handled before the built-in sees argv. By the time a command / built-in parses options, fish has already parsed the shell syntax toward quoted spans to single argument nodes. The command built-in specifically just receives mut of wait, what is this written in? Is fish in Rust? What the freak? Okay. Get opter over that array does not reparse shellcodes itself. The command bug function rs command parser streams. Whoa. Command rc is rv length. Whoa. W get opter new. What is this? I need more information. Get status, the quoted get status reaches a built-in as one argument. It sees a one argument, not 2 words. Okay. The parser and argument machinery preserves quoted text as a single argument, validates nested thing. Parser expand argument list. Parses an argument list first, then expands each argument node. Wait, that's so interesting. Okay. AST parse argument list. Parse a string as an argument list. I don't know. Okay, it's giving me like, I feel like not quite enough context, but that's fine. Okay, the argument list. Parse tree flags default none if it erred. For arg in AST top arguments. Let the arg source be arg source. If matches, expand string. What is matches? Okay, expand string. We'll do string to own, be result, flags, context. Code break result. Interesting for argument. Parse argument list. Okay, they have their own abstract syntax tree. Oh, it seems like a Rust macro. It's just too complex, I feel, but required for a production grade shell. Yeah, I do know that this is going to be too complex, but one thing that I like to do is kind of like throw myself in the deep end with something that I know I'm not really going to understand, and then scale it back. But then when I get to like a more complex problem, I'll be like, wait, I've had some level of exposure to this before, so it feels more familiar and less insane when I actually have to deal with it, you know? Hi Kiko. Long time not watching your lives. Did you switch to Rust? Are you still doing Go 2? Just curious. Right now I'm mostly doing Rust because I'm like learning Rust. With Go, I do still love Go. I'll probably still do stuff in Go, but right now I'm just kind of like learning a new language, so I'm kind of fully focused on that. Okay, and then POSIX. Okay, so passes an argument first. Explicitly validates quoted regions and command substitutions within locate command sub. Built-ins like command whatever. Shell quoting is already resolved. Quoted text. It's it avoids POSIX shell style quoting weirdness because it is a built-in. Interesting. So, okay, what is a very simple... Okay, let me lexical analysis this overkill for now, but AST and this is maybe worth looking at. Okay. Okay, so how can I organize this better? You know what? I am kind of using AI a little bit today because I think it could be worth asking questions to it to get good responses. Are you still using Mac or switch to framework? So I use my Mac for video editing still because I need to get... You guys, I don't want to learn a new video editing software. I just simply do not. I've been on DaVinci Resolve for years and it doesn't work with integrated graphics. So I can't use it on my laptop. It works on... DaVinci Resolve works on dedicated GPUs, but not integrated graphics. So I'd have to use Kdenlive Live and all of the shortcuts are different. Not ideal. You can get a review for your code and can tell you how to improve architecturally. Yeah, I think that's pretty much what we're gonna do here. This I was trying to figure out the problem earlier, but I think that is what we're gonna end up doing. Okay. At my parse args function, what can I do to improve the architecture or clarity of my solution? Right now it feels like there is a lot of potential repeating logic, or like logic / I guess behavior, that will only, or I'll just say will not scale well as the program becomes more complex. You guys probably can barely see what I'm typing. Sorry, it's kind of zoomed out. Okay, it's reading the current parser and adjacent helpers. Okay, parser is carrying too much behavior. It's scattered conditionals. Okay, I was right. That's what I was thinking, was maybe doing an enumeration with the I don't think I was gonna call it quote mode, but it's either single, double, or there are no quotes, and then also probably having one for if it's escaped. And then what is this? Oh, it's matching two. It's matching two things. Okay, if it's single quote, oh, whoa. Stop using previous care for backslash. Yeah, it's a bug. That's a bug. How much time do you spend alone? What a strange question. Is that like, you know what? Actually, in today's day and age, maybe not that strange. TBH. I feel like so many people are so, we just be freaking. I'm curious too. Wait, why? Do I seem like I'm alone all the time? Hello? Why? But I feel like as devs, I feel like you can be very isolated. I do spend a lot of time alone because I work a lot. I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know if you guys can tell. I feel like it's hard. I feel like when you're programming in particular, programming is like not the most collaborative hobby. You know, like I really want to do more collabs with other creators, but I don't know, it's like hard to do something. It's hard to do something fun. I work from home and I have no colleagues. Thanks for doing what you do. Isolation gets to me. Okay. So you're asking from like, what is the threshold? I would say I try to make an effort to at least see family, like friends or family, like at least once a week. I do try to I'm in touch. I'm actually quite actively in touch with, some creator friends and, some like other devs. Like if there's previous colleagues and stuff that I worked with, I'll like try to keep up with them at least over message and stuff. But yeah, I would say for sure, like working remote, being self-employed, it can be super isolating for sure. Yeah. I think it's kind of, I think it's a bit of an epidemic that we're going through at the moment. TBH. No matter how friendly people are, I think it's just hard to like make friends and stuff as an adult. Or I don't know. I think it's maybe not that hard to make friends when you have overlapping interests, but it can be hard to find those circles like physically, you know, like in like close proximity. Cause I think online, it's so much easier to find like online communities where you can hang out and stuff, but sometimes it feels a little bit different. Like, you know? Nil Pointer, thank you so much for, gifted subscription courtesy of Judy Dev has entered month 5. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate it. Also, Anon, thanks for gifting a sub to Column. Also, Column's back. Column was someone I insta-modded. Sometimes people just come in stream, they got a banger joke or you can just, they're a goated dev and they just get insta-modded. You can meet those people from time to time. Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. That is one thing I do really like. I do really like when there's different events that I can go to, like different tech conferences and things like that, where I'm like, I get to see a lot of my friends. Most of my friends are like scattered throughout, but I do find gaming is a fun way to kind of like do something social with friends, because otherwise it can be kind of hard to catch up. Where can I see the code myself? Is it open source? I don't know if I have this repo public right now for whatever reason. where even is it? Oh, have I been pushing it to Seashell? I think I have. I can make it public. Here, I'll make it public just now. I don't think I had any reason to make it, for it to not be public. You know what? Sometimes I just make things private so that I have a minute to figure it out before I have commentary on it. But I just made it public here. I think now I'm deep enough into the challenge that I don't care anymore. I think game jams can be super collaborative. Yeah, or like hackathons. I feel like we got to do more of that. I feel like we got to do more of that. You should go to a game jam, do some programming stuff if you want to do some programming stuff. That would be really sick, actually. Whoa, holy shit. Wait, Anon, thank you for the 100 gifted subs. What the freak? What the freak? Thank you. Whoa, huge freaking W. Wow. Wow, thank you so much. Wow, they're making sure we all... Wait, they're tier 2 subs. Tier 2 gifties. What the... Thank you so much. Tier 2 gifted. 100 tier 2 gifts is insane. Thank you, thank you. Wow, that's insane. How do a dev girl celebrate her birthday? I do touch grass. Generally. Yeah, it wasn't even tier 1. That's crazy. 100 gift subs. Tier 2 is insane. Very, very generous. Thank you so much. The community thanks you as well. I don't touch grass. You know, I think it's yeah, I don't know. It's so hard. I feel like especially in tech, there's just like this, it is a constantly moving target that it's so easy to like constantly feel left behind, that it's so, I don't know, it's tricky to try and find some balance there. Yeah, and again, if you're not actively working with people, it's so easy to get like super isolated. Especially now, like the open source community isn't what it used to be. It's so sad. Anand, thank you for gifting a tier 2 sub to Nightshade. Thank you, thank you. What? Thank you so much. And Nathan, thank you for the Prime. Zambon, thank you for the Prime. Wow. Yeah, it's like, it's the best and worst thing about tech is that it's a moving target. It's like, what I love about tech is I'm like, throughout my whole career, I will never be bored. You know, like I'll always be able to have a new challenge or whatever. But, you know, sometimes I'm like, I just want to lie down. I just want to lie down. Come on. Can we ban Nightshade, dude? No. You guys, I have like no mods. I need I need to keep all the ones I can get, okay? Yeah. I need all the mods I can get. Okay. In this mod economy, yeah, I can't be banning nobody. He's a pretty good mod. He's fine. Don't get him an ego, okay? He's fine. You do it fine. Okay. So they were basically saying, it was saying to have, an enumeration for the different quote modes. And then doing a match on the mode and the current character, where you're checking the quote, if it's single quoted, whatever, how you're handling it each time. And then the biggest improvement would be to stop using previous character for backslash handling. Listen, I know. Oh, right, because I can see what the next character is with peekable. Backslash is easier to reason about if you use a peekable iterator. Ooh, wait. What? So I'm having to iterate through chars twice? Or I can just do, wait. Chars is input.chars. Can I not just change this to peekable? Okay, you know what, you guys? I checked Maggot and we have free reign. Okay, so let's refactor. Also, okay, hear me out. am I tripping? Or I feel like a big part of what's valuable, like with writing code yourself, is literally like these points where you're like, okay, here's a basic implementation that gets the job done up until this point. And then I now need to figure out how, like, I need to know how to refactor it and adapt, and why some design decisions will happen with larger projects, why it's not appropriate to do those things with smaller projects. Like, I feel like you need to kind of hit that threshold. I feel like you need to already like hit that threshold in order to understand different patterns in software, that if you're getting AI to write it all for you, I don't think you learn that. Like, am I wrong? Am I just like actually, because I like how I use AI, and I feel like it unblocks me and makes me a lot faster. I could produce faster results if I did just vibe code things, but it's not going to improve my development ability. On the other hand, you write Rust and not assembly? What? What does that mean? Hello? We probably want, I'm gonna make it the worst name of all time, and it's gonna be state, and it's gonna be, one option's gonna be, I guess it could be quote, no. Escaped. What is quoted text? It's preserved text. But what is it? No special escaping behavior. Okay, let me look at the definition. Okay, yeah. Special meaning. Ooh, every character. Okay, whatever. We're calling it single quote. We rename things later, okay? Single quote. That is a lie. Wait, what did I do? T2 from the, T2 STE. I swear, hold on. Let me click on your profile. Wait, I have notifications on for your YouTube. Thank you so much for the raid. That is so kind. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I have noties on for your YouTube. I've been watching your YouTube videos. You guys, if you're looking for, they do like, oh my God. They have like Linux. I think you were doing like Linux kernel development. Are you building your own operating system? Am I tripping? Wait. It was something crazy. Can Linux kernel dev quickly make a PCIe multifunction serial card work? Yeah, that was the latest noti. So you guys, if you're looking to follow another YouTube channel that is just like doing awesome coding stuff, okay? 10x dev, listen, I'm just here for we are here vibing. They've ruined that word for me. Okay, they've ruined that word for me. We're here chilling, writing code, but I wish that I was skilled enough to be able to write my own, to be able to do anything with the Linux kernel, but they're hashtag goals, okay? Yes, we're rebuilding Temple OS. You guys, did you guys see the stuff with the Pope? The Pope saying that they're anti-AI, the Catholic Church is anti-AI. Dude, I've been seeing so many tweets about that on Twitter now, and they are so funny. Have you guys seen those? Wait, I gotta pull some up. I think I've been bookmarking some of them. Wait, you guys, go to my Twitter has a really good one right now. Okay, hold on. I don't even think I'm signed into Twitter on this computer, TBH. You guys. Oh, I am. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna send y'all a link to a very specific post that I think is funny, the best. You definitely already have the skills to make a contribution to the Linux kernel. That is the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. Wow. We're getting there. We're getting there. You know what? Give me like 2 more Rust projects, and I think we're gonna be actually going crazy. Okay. So this tweet, for those who don't have Twitter and or for some reason can't see, is the last thing you see before opening ChatGPT, and it's the Pope holding a bat, a baseball bat. Okay? Let me look through my other bookmarks. Hold on. I've been bookmarking some of these. Hold on. This is another good one. Sorry, you guys. I'm feeding you freaking brain rot. Okay? Oh, wait. You guys, I forgot that I can just share my screen. Okay. Didn't I just write an entire encyclical about this tech stuff? It's like him looking at this robot, his expression. Oh my God. Oh yeah, me. A quote so evil it could be used in a children's comic book to be widely and easily understood as that's the bad guy, where Sam Altman says we see a future where intelligence is a utility like electricity or water and people buy it from us on a meter. Yo, he is straight up admitting to like trying to brain rot skill workers. TBH. Okay, you guys, we're looking through my bookmarks. Okay, listen, I won't be explaining myself. This is what I bookmark on this app. And then I see bad takes and I block people. Okay. I liked this one. Okay, people are complaining about, okay, anyway, DuckDuckGo, goated. Okay, you guys, I don't know where I'm gonna be honest. I don't know where my other tweets went. But the Pope tweets, if you've been on Twitter, you guys gotta get on that algo. It is so freaking funny. It's basically just like, oh, I think somebody was like, man, okay, there was something along the lines of, I can feel the atheism leaving my body when the Pope deems AI deems that the entire Catholic Church is against AI. So funny. Anyway, I'm out of the algorithm. It's so freaking funny. Yeah, the Sama quote is literally give up on your brain. No, it's literally like we no longer want you to have ownership on information or intelligence. It's like the villain of all knowledge. Imagine gatekeeping knowledge. That's crazy. That is actually villain shit, to be honest. Yeah. God is on the side of anti-AI. We are winning for real. You know what? You're right. You're freaking right. Okay. Escaped? I don't know. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to redo all of this. Okay, so I am looking at Peekable. I'm going to match on mode. We're going to do mode and character. And then we're going to do for each mode, which is going to be, okay, we'll do, we'll do single quote first, maybe? Single quote, and then the character is going to be escape. If it's escaped, I don't think we do anything. We just preserve it. Okay, so we do this, but then 1,000,000 times. Okay, so we do that. What are we doing? In single quotes, we are just, I think, adding it. Arc.push, the character. I think we just add it. Okay. Maybe we should start with none. I love this structure, very organized. My code or the stream. Do you think AI is subsidized thinking? I think AI is a black box of information, which I don't love. Your code and your stream too. Honestly, huge day. I'm getting the nicest comments of all time today. That is so nice. Okay, if it's a single quote, then you know what? This is the end. If it's a single quote, if we're at a double quote, hello, can I type? You guys, I gotta start warming up with monkey type is what I've decided. I did that yesterday. I warmed up with monkey type before I started programming, and I was like, oh, this is what it feels to type properly. Yeah. Bruh, I know, dude. You gotta get on the Pope anti-AI feed on Twitter is the funniest thing I've seen this whole year. Do you know how many, it's like people are doing these like photoshopped images of like the Pope holding a bat, and they're like every time you open your editor or your every time you talk to an LLM. AI is borrowing / stealing other people's solutions and giving no credit. No, it's literally, it's low key giving, it's that toxic coworker that like takes credit for your work. It's that bad manager that take credit for your work, you know? Okay, this is the end, which means that we probably change this. If it's already in the state single quote, then we're gonna change it to the state, something is gonna be the state none. Do I need to have something here for like let mutt state? Wilson. It'll be none by default. I'm gonna leave an extra white space here so that I know what's old that I can get rid of. What's your monkey type PV? Listen, I don't want to talk about it. It's embarrassing. I gotta work on my typing. What IDE is this? This is Doom Emacs. So it's like a pre-built Emacs. It's basically like you can configure it really easily. Okay, you guys listen. I'm side questing slightly, just a little bit. So it's super customizable. You can basically just uncomment a lot of these like built-in tools. It's a part of why this is really nice compared to a different IDE is like, I really like that it's such a keyboard-centric workflow. Of course, if you're using any IDE, you're going to have keyboard shortcuts for things, but they might be a little bit more like product specific. In this case, I have evil mode set up for Emacs, which means that it's using Vim keybinds. And one of the best things about, I think, Doom Emacs in particular, this build, is the author's done such a great job at making it something where you can get better at it, like just through using it. You can read the docs, but like here I can just look at, they have 8,000 commands that I can run, and I can just fuzzy find through any available command. Actually, I don't know if it's fuzzy finding because I think it's, oh no, it is anywhere in the word. But I can search through all of the available commands, and if there's a keyboard shortcut for it, you can look at that. And then also if there's, they'll categorize it really well. So for example, all of the DAPE stuff you'll see has like the same prefix for them. So if I do CXCA, I can see all of the available DAPE commands. Same with like the space C are like code related commands, and then you can see all of the available commands there. So it's kind of nice. Yeah. Yeah, people who don't use their mouse don't know what they're missing. Yeah, muscle memory is awesome. Like just not having to think about like, oh, I want to go here. It's just like, oh, I look at a spot on the screen and I can just go there. Okay. Match arms have incompatible types. That's fine. I'm going to make this state equal to state none. Mode is, oh wait, this could actually be mode. I like the name mode better. A la mode, which means with ice cream or something. Here, I'll rename mode. All right. Match mode and character. Yeah, what are you mad about? Yes, expression has type. Yeah. Okay, it's fine. We'll figure it out later. How long did it take you to learn Doom Emacs? Let's see. I feel like for me to start using it didn't take that long. The only thing that was kind of fussy was figuring out my debugging configuration, but I changed from the like just DAP to I think from DAP UI to DAPE, and DAPE is a lot better. This one is much better. However, I am actually trying to start to become more comfortable with LLDB, which is like a command line debugger, just because I think it's very, I think it's a good skill to have, because then I can kind of jump around on any editor, on any setup, whatever, and be more comfortable debugging. It would be actually kind of goated if I can get good at that. So I was learning a little bit about that yesterday. For funsies, okay. So this we're actually going to change to, I don't know why I visual blocked that, TBH. Okay, I can't type. Don't worry about it. We're going to change that to a double quote. And this one, we are going to do, okay, so if we're here, the mode is going to change. I'll probably make these, this is so much better. This is so much better. You know what? I'm really proud of myself that I had the thought of like, you know what? I feel like I should use an enum here, and that'll be more clear. I do, however, also probably need arg.pushchar. I think this can, I'm trying to remember if it's a double quote. Yeah, no, that's for normal mode anyway. So if it's that, if it's in single quote, I think I can, okay, no worries. This can be simplified, and we will do that. I think most of the changes that I actually have, like most of the logic that I actually have here is for no quoting. I gotta resub when I get home. At least the Canadian lady still gets paid. Yo, thank you. I got so many taxes, man. Have you ever been to Canada? We taxed up the wazoo, okay? I don't know. You guys don't. Oh wait. Yeah. This one also stays the same. Do you know how to skip this? Yeah. It's just messy right now. I'm just out here doing whatevs for the moment. I'm gonna clean it up once my brain is willing to take that on. I'm just gonna like put in all the cases, like just line it up and then start to switch it around. Because I think a lot of this, like if I'm just doing the exact same thing for multiple things, I'm just gonna make it the like any character. It'll be double quote and any character like this. This will probably be the play. Okay, fine. I'll change it now. Fine. Okay. For double quoting, we hit another double quote. If we do that, then the mode is going to be mode single quote. If it is this, then we're going to be double quote. Oh, thank God it knows what I mean. Okay, I keep hitting tab instead of my escape. That's my bad. Which SO are you using? Some Linux distro? Wait, SO? Like, OS. I'm using NixOS, actually. By the way, NixOS, actually, NixOS. And then for this one, I need to check. Okay, so if we're not quoted, if skip care, okay, I think I'll keep that logic for now, which is if we're not, so basically if we're not in quotes, we do single quote. If it's quoted, we're pushing as is. Otherwise, we'll do that. We will do if skip care. Yeah, all that. So basically this one is, what are you mad? Why is this missing else clause? Just do nothing. Oh, I guess I can just do, is that enough? What do you want from me? Found type care, found type. Oh, interesting. I basically just want it to do nothing. It's okay, we'll figure it out. Wait, where do you belong? You belong nowhere? No, you belong here? Mode is, wait, what? Where did this happen? Okay, that's my bad. I was like, wait, what? Why doesn't this work? Okay, that was me. That was my bad. Okay, so basically I'm pushing the character for any case where I'm within quotes. What are some special cases? I think the only thing that I was having to do was basically set the mode with these. So I'm going to delete these. These quoted. I was keeping track of the previous character, which I don't think is super stable. Okay, another thing I was using the previous character for was for preserving spaces. But I do that in the skip character, which I'm no longer with this new logic to do assign. Wait, am I still assigning previous character? Actually, I am, so it's fine. And then here we push the character, we toggle arc push char. Yeah, I think we're good to take that out. And then what is this going to be? This was looking for if it was quoted either in either quote, you're going to just ignore any stuff on it, which we already have. So we can delete that. And then this one, if skip char, this was for anything not in quotes. We basically add it and handle the processing and stuff for it. I'll probably maybe actually, I think this might be a fine solution because this skip char makes it kind of clear. Part of me was trying to figure out like a good name for this because this is actually where we will add an argument if it's the time to split it, and we'll also ignore white space, and we will handle special characters. So we'll do all of that kind of processing. So I don't know if skip character is necessarily the best name for this, but I can't think of something that is more clear to use in a conditional at the moment. What do you want from me? What are you mad about? Okay, what do you need? Ensure that all by handling mode escape. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, is this here? Yeah. Mode escape, and that will be the to-do macro, right? Isn't that a thing? Okay, something like that. Alrighty. So this logic also kind of sucks. Guys, we're redoing all of it, okay? Okay, so if it's already been escaped, this is basically going to happen when we get the mode and it is mode none. So we have no existing anything because otherwise we're ignoring the backslash. Oops. In this case, we are going to reassign the mode to be escape. And then if the mode is already escape, we will add the next character. Okay. So we add the next character without processing. Or I guess this would be the current char without processing. Then switch mode to none would basically, I think, be the thing. Yeah. It's crazy how similar algo were/are close. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Bye, Gio. Back to work. I'll talk with y'all later. Enjoy the work. Yes, so true. Okay, wait. Hold on. I'll chat with y'all for a sec here. We locked in. Peek at the next char and push it. I think that is the play. Bunny shell? Boo shell? Free my homie Viper? You think, wait, what? Spaghetti? I think 8,000 must be a curated sentence. I'm pretty sure the real total of several orders of magnitude higher. Wait. Oh, of the commands in Emacs. All right. Okay, y'all are locked in. We got nothing we got to catch up on. Look at that. Wow. Skills. Look at us talented devs. We're freaking doing it. Okay, so add the, so if it's escaped, you come across one slash, it's now considered escaped. You're gonna, no matter what character you get while you're escaped, you're just gonna add that character, not do any processing to it. And then get out of there. I think we can try just doing that, I think. I know you guys were saying that we could peek, but I don't know if we need to. Now with this new one, I don't think we necessarily need to. We are arg pushing. What did I just say? Oh yeah, switch mode. Okay, guys, this is where I write comments while I'm coding, especially on stream, because I'm immediately gonna lose my train of thought. Okay, mode. All right, I think that works. What do you want from me? Use of moved val. Oh shit. What do you mean? When did I move it? I also don't think I need this anymore. And this, I'm gonna remove that. I don't understand why this is a moved value. When am I moving? Oh, it's probably saying it here. 3 others might get skipped. It's okay. You know what? Clippy will explain it. Clippy can fix this. Holy crap. Wait, what? What happened? Smurf, thank you so much for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yippee. End mode. That fixes everything. Yeah, we're doing a big refactor today. This looks so much better. This actually looks so much better. It can be done without peeking. Is there a spec you're following for this? Yeah. The, this one. The build your own shell thing. But the idea to make it I'm just translating my logic from the conditionals. I don't know for sure that this logic is going to hold yet. I also asked AI for some architectural ideas because I was already thinking in enumeration, which is actually huge that AI said that. But I basically was like, I asked it, here, I'll do my exact prompt. I'll read you my prompt. I said, look at my parse args function. What can I do to improve the architecture or clarity of my solution? Right now, it feels like there's a lot of potential repeating logic and behavior that will not scale well as the program becomes more complex. And then it basically was like, it is like, you're right. Here's like, you can use an enumeration instead and do a match on that and the character to give you like a more concise or like clear logic in the parse args. Yeah. And then the rest of it, I didn't read. What if you're currently in between quotes and discover an escape character? If you're between quotes, you're going to handle it just as is. Yeah. Yeah, personally, so Zach Codes says, wait here. Where is it? Zach Codes says, comments are cool to put, especially on production. Proper commenting on code is such a lifesaver for real. What I'm finding really helpful is doing like super extensive comments while I'm writing out the solution and the logic, because then I can kind of like step away from it, come back, still know where I'm at. And also it kind of helps me identify bugs in my logic. And then usually when I clean it up, I'll like trim out most of the comments, try to clarify just with like naming and stuff to try and make it like more readable. And if there are still some points where I think it's a little bit harder to understand potentially, then I'll put in comments. Like in this one before, because it was so like in this case, it's like, why are we looking like this? this block doesn't really say anything. It's like, okay, if the arg isn't empty, we're adding it, but why? So I'm just adding a quick little comment so that if, you know, if I look at it in the future and I'm like, why is this here? It's like, this was for an edge case of like, we added to an arg, but we didn't like have a space that was a separator. So it's kind of just like, okay, that was the last argument before the end of the string. So we still have to add that one. But yeah, I like it as well. What LLM did was close to tokenization, almost. Wow. Git add a git command. Why you get? Oh, you want to see my solution? Is that why you want me to push it? +1 for preferring variable naming instead for readability instead of comments. Yeah, I feel like I learned that from reading other people's code. We're like backseat programmers at 100%. If you only read the comments and delete the code, the comments should make sense. You should understand what the code is doing. Oh, interesting. Wait, but wouldn't that be like so many comments? Not that it's a bad thing. I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing to have comments, but like explaining yourself well in comments is kind of hard. So I feel like it can lead to potentially even more confusion than clarity. So it's kind of better. Like the code is what it is. Also, if you're changing the logic around or I don't know, anything like that, I do feel like having to keep the comments in sync can maybe be a bit funky, but it so depends as well, because if you're writing an application versus a library, I feel like you're gonna have very, very different practices. Because if you're writing a library, like people need to understand how this function works. You're gonna have to have like pretty extensive Rust doc. I don't know what the equivalent of like Go doc or Java doc or whatever is in Rust. I'm assuming it's just Rust doc. Or doesn't Rust like automatically create documentation or something? Ryan, thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What the heck? Delete your account, everybody. We all have to delete our accounts right now. That's the play. Yo, Ryan, wait, I was talking to the chat earlier. Have you seen the all the tweets about the Pope being anti-AI and stating like the whole Catholic Church is anti-AI? It is so funny. People keep posting memes of the Pope with a baseball bat, like threatening as if like the Pope the Catholic Church when they see you open ChatGPT. Or like somebody was like, I can feel the atheism leaving my body. Pope GPT, it is so funny. I don't know. I think it is like the funniest thing I have seen with the AI stuff, AI memes. It's so good. Oh, we love to see it. We love to freaking see it. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Okay, Linux says, I love to split the code base into chunks and have in each section its own folder, have its own files, instead of 1,000+ lines in one files. Ooh, wait, that's such an interesting take. I know some people really love doing that. I feel like I like keeping everything in one place as much as possible until I have to break it up. Like sometimes you'll have to because the language will force you to have some things in like a certain packages for testing, or like in Go, for example, it's like if you want a descriptive name for something, in some cases, like you're better off having it in a different package and then having the package name be descriptive. Yeah, it's interesting. But sometimes it's like overdone, you know? Sometimes people, they're like, they got a file, it's got like 2 functions in it. I'm like, is this necessary? You know? You rated me twice, I had to return the favor. Nope. It is no favor. You owe nothing for raids. But I appreciate you bringing your people here. For anyone who is here from Ryan's stream, we are currently building a shell in Rust. I don't use any like AI assisted development. The most I'll use it for reviewing my code to give me some feedback on like my weakness right now is like system design, architecture. I feel like I want more experience with that stuff. So often I'll get it to like review my code. I'll typically include like what I think makes the current implementation weaker. And then it can explain to me some different approaches. So stuff like that, or like explaining why something isn't working. Like I don't really get it to generate any code for me at all, but that is like the most that I'll use it for. And yeah, and sometimes too, like explaining how a feature works in a large project or something is really helpful. I think there are some logical lines you can draw between different files. Yeah, I agree. I think it's easy to like I think if things are like too modular or too abstracted too early, it's like it kind of adds a certain amount of like complexity that is in a lot of cases not necessary, especially for a smaller project. Like I've seen things prematurely optimized and I'm like, this is actually harder to maintain because has so much abstraction. How would you make use of cursor AI? The same way that I just described. Like getting it to be, it's a great tool for like getting information, aggregating information quickly, especially when you give it like when you give it like a specific kind of data set to work from, if that makes sense. So if it's another project that I want to learn from and I'm trying to figure out like, how does this entire feature work, instead of it can save me time like reading through all of the code to give me like to try and just figure out a starting point, so that when I can get it to tell me like some different starting points, related functions, whatever, especially if they don't have tests. I can do that and then and then get a better understanding of the feature, get a high level description of it from the LLM, and then actually jump into the implementation and the code, read through it, understand the logic, Yeah, Net Chunk, I think we're on the same page with that. Using it for teaching, but not code generation. That's kind of what I have found. It can be really good at unblocking you, but I think if you use it if you use it and don't rely on like and you don't know how to use the resources for like your stack, then you've like lost the plot. Like for me, even learning Rust, I'm like, I need to the first place that I look if I'm trying to figure something out with Rust, I'm not asking AI, I'm looking through the docs. Because also sometimes AI will just hallucinate things, or it'll give you like a 80%, 85% working solution that like for that language or whatever, but then it's like missing the 10% to make it actually work. Yeah. Okay. Let's run our tests here and see. Actually, I'll just keep it all in the Emacs window. I think you can only see a portion of my browser window and stuff. I think listen, my layout's a little scuffed, and I think it's how I like it. I think I prefer it kind of scuffed, TBH. Okay. So this might fail. The test backslash failed. Okay, but that's fine because this is already the same logic issue we were having before. What I don't know is I don't know why this is outputting. It's only the last test that it's failing. And it's doing 2 slashes. I don't know if it's the test or if it's me. Parse args. It should be 1 slash each. I don't know. Am I not denoting this properly potentially? Do I have to do this with 4? No. It's supposed to just be 1 slash. You know what? Hold on. We might actually just do oh wait, hold on. I refactored a bunch. I've been preferring to commit things on my own outside of just doing Codecrafters submit, because I've been finding it to be a lot more, like I can have a much more descriptive commit which I find helpful for when if I need to revert changes or just look through the history to try and find, yeah, like where I changed something. I'm a big fan of having really like nice commit history whenever possible. So git commit. Whoa, why is my, okay, this is broken. Hello? What is happening? Okay, bye. That is so strange. I don't know what I did with this shell. Okay, my shell broken. This is like fish as well, which is fun. It's okay. I'll do it on a different window. We are gonna do refactor. Here, you guys. I'll put it here. There you go. Now you can see it. Refactor. Use a mode enum for quoted and escaped chars. Yeah, I love conventional commits as well. This is the way. You should check the TerraX repository. What is that? Adrian says AI for learning is a bit of a trap, IMO. Learning is painful. If it's not, then I find I'm not actually learning. I agree. I think I use it if I'm like blocked on something, you know? Like using it for a blocker or using it, yeah. I think like less is more. Less is more. Where am I? To make a commit to Linux kernel, first clone it, then go look at the Linux docs process submitting patches RST. Does YouTube? I think YouTube doesn't allow links by default. I don't know. Honestly, that'll be a bucket list item to one day maybe contribute something to the Linux kernel. Stormtrooper says, good evening, I'm from Brazil. I don't quite understand everything you're saying, but I admire your knowledge of Rust, and I'm trying to learn it too. I hope everything works out for you. Same here. I appreciate that. That's so nice. Thank you. Always explain the why, not the how. How is explained by the code anyway. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I agree, Alan. I think you need to like build up your tolerance for challenge for sure. And choosing any kind of like easy button. I mean, we literally would have the same thing when people would like Google search use a search engine to find an answer to their problem before actually trying to solve it or doing it too fast. Yeah, Indy. That's honestly same. I think like I will mostly just use search engines to find answers for things. But if I have a question that is specific to the context of my thing of honestly, like last night would be a great example. I was working on this last night. It was getting late. I was tired and I was like, why is this one test failing? I could tell that it was just like, maybe not quite an off by one thing, but it was like a very small, logical bug. And I was like, my brain is a little too fried right now to do this, that I know that if I start trying to rework the logic, I might just break it. So let me just try and get like a high level overview of like what the problem is with like why the test is failing. And then I was like, oh, I was able to solve it really quick, you know? So like sometimes you're allowed to like lighten the cognitive load. Like it doesn't always have to be hard, but most of the time it should be. I think, okay, now I forgot what I was doing. Okay, I refactored. Oh yeah, I wanted to run codecrafters submit and see what it gets mad about. Oh, okay. So it's just my test there's something wrong. I had a feeling there was a chance that there was something wrong with my test itself because I'm just getting used to how like raw strings work and look. So GG. I think I'm just going to delete the broken test. I'm just going to pretend that that's fine. Yeah, we'll just, ignore that one. I didn't need that. It passed. So, that's fine. All right, what did I do here? Let me get maggot. Guys, maggot is the best. I love maggot. I think it's maggot is supposed to be the thing, but I call it maggot, and I think it's probably, I'm sure the author hates me for that. Not that they don't know me. They don't know me, little bro, But also, if they heard it, they'd probably hate me for this. Remove failing test. Here, I'll push it to Bunny so y'all can see my solution now. I pushed it to Bunny. Yeah. All right. How dare. I honestly kind of cursed. Yeah, well, just, you know what? That's good enough. GG. Okay, and then we'll try I might just try and submit. I feel like backslash within double quotes should work too. I think we might just insta win. I saw red and I got concerned. Okay, it failed. It didn't like that. Okay, so shell hello script. Ooh. Wait, what? Oh, it's not. Wait, it is in quote. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm gonna try running this in my regular shell. Why? Slash. Oh, I am confused. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I gotta take a break for 1 sec. I will be right back. I'll be right back. You can stare at this. You can stare at this failing test and ponder. Y'all can debate the problem. I have returned. Is a degree worth it? I think if you want to work in the US, you should probably have a degree. It doesn't necessarily have to be in CS. It helps to have CS fundamentals. Like, there are potentially some things that I will never dabble in and or will have to dedicate a lot of time to understanding because I didn't finish my degree. Yeah. So I would say generally it's a good idea. At least, also, I think it's like when you're in university, you learn how to learn. So I think that if it's something that you are able to, if it's something that you're able to do, if you have the option for it, I think you should do it. But don't let it like take away. So like, I think that you should maximize your time in university as well, like for networking and stuff. I'm an unfinished degree haver too. Yeah. Well, sometimes you just get like, you just be getting opportunities like while you're in your degree and you're like, okay, well, you know, I will say you're not going to learn everything that you need to know with a degree. You're going to still have to grind. The thing is, I think the degree, especially when you're younger, I think having a degree gives you a lot more confidence, which I think is the tricky part. Like, I know a lot of people that are in tech where at the very least for the first like few years, if they don't have a degree, they feel like the worst imposter syndrome of all time. Yeah, exactly, Robert. I had a similar situation. Like I was in university and I got job offers for like full-time software dev stuff. So then I was like, okay, well, I can either finish this or like I actually thought that I would try and do both. And then I was like, okay, this isn't the same. The software dev roles are built different. This is always going to be more than 40 hours a week. I will say though, I think most of what I learned when I was in university was like self-study. I didn't always get that much from, like, I didn't always find the lectures super, super helpful. But like often you still have to like pay attention because they test you on specific things they say only in the lecture. But pretty much like it is mostly still self-study. Like back in my day, Khan Academy for math, couldn't beat it. Yusuf, thank you so much for the tier 1 on YouTube. I appreciate it. Thank you. Column says, doing open source stuff is more helpful for getting on the job ladder than a degree, but in the long run, a degree will pay off. I think there can be some barriers. I think if you have a really strong network, the degree is maybe a bit less of a concern. If you have a strong network and or experience, like equivalent experience, yeah, because otherwise if you're just doing cold applications, it's very easy to kind of fall behind on that stuff. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm a little bit confused why this is a problem. Oh. Is it because, okay, so I think it's that, okay, parse, don't worry guys, I'm going to fix this layout for a sec here so that you don't have to stare, so that you can mostly see the code. Guys, how's the resolution today? I think it's 1440p. I had a question of the day. How do you keep motivated? Honestly, I think it ebbs and flows. The biggest thing that I try to do is like, I think especially as a woman, okay, we have like very cyclical, we have a monthly cycle that we're working with, okay? And at different times we're going to have more or less energy, but I think this applies to everyone. Like there are going to be times, I think that like all kind of life forms are kind of reflected in nature in some way. Meaning that like we all kind of experience seasons to an extent. You're going to have some periods where you're going to have less energy, and you're going to have some periods where you have more energy. What I try to do is during the times where I have less energy is increase my inputs and lower the expectations for outputs and plan so that when I have my energy, when I do have like my energy comes back, I can execute on things and not get stuck up on any of the planning and trying to make sure that I'm moving in the right direction when I have the energy for it, because that can slow you down so much. So to me, I'd say like the biggest thing is, like working with my energy levels to try and create a system that works for me. What else kind of keeps me going? I think the biggest thing is curiosity, because I try to make myself curious about anything that I'm learning. That's the way that I always find it really engaging. I also have a bit of I don't know if it would be like perfectionism kind of thing, but like I grew up doing ballet. So like I'm kind of wired in a way where like I will constantly be looking to refine and improve. And it's kind of always how I've done things. So I think, I mean, sometimes like, cause even sometimes like that is a bit of like my default state of operating. But even sometimes like if I'm tired enough, I won't feel that way. And usually that's my cue of like, okay, you gotta ease up a bit. Also reading books, like even just fiction books where they have like really interesting characters that are like very high achieving or whatever, like doing things like that where you can kind of like get yourself in the shoes of somebody else who is like kind of high performing or like who you want to be. Trying to emulate those things is a really great way to like kind of stay motivated or keep yourself accountable. Yeah. So I think that, but honestly with the coding thing, so I actually quit coding when I first, like after my first year of university, I actually initially stopped coding because I was like, this is so hard. It wasn't even the coding itself. It was just like, I honestly think it was a lot of just different surrounding factors. But it just like that period of time where I was learning to code was like probably some of the hardest months, or like it was probably like one of like the hardest, I don't know if I'd say the hardest year of my life, but it was up there. And I kind of put that on programming where I was like, oh, this is so hard. I don't know if this is meant for me. You know, maybe it's like, maybe this is a sign that it's like, I should not be doing this. And so I initially kind of gave up on it. And then like, I set it aside. I started pursuing like other fields that were interesting to me and trying to see if I liked, like try to see if that would be a better career for me. And I found that over time, like after I think maybe like 6 months or something, I really, really missed coding. But I'd kind of like, I really missed coding, and I kind of decided to get back into it. And it was that time when I got back into it that I was just like, no, you know what? I really love this thing. I'm not going to let any external outside factors decide whether or not I get to do this. And so I think that was also a really big moment for me where I was just like, I am going to be a software developer no matter what path I need to take to get there. Like I will, this is what I love. I enjoy it. It doesn't matter if it feels difficult. It doesn't matter if it feels easy. No matter how it feels, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to do that. So I feel like you have to kind of like that also kind of changed it for me too, where I was just like, it doesn't matter. Like it kind of gave me that resilience a little bit. Yeah. So I think that helps. Here, you know what? I'll put you all on the big screen. Put y'all on the big screen. Okay. A side question, don't you feel like you're missing out? Because there's so much to learn. That's how I feel. And then I don't know where to begin from. I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is that sometimes you just gotta go in a direction, especially early on. Just go in go in a direction, choose a path. It doesn't have to be the right path. You just have to go start doing something in that path, and you're either gonna hate it or you're gonna love it. And if you hate it, you can just pivot. Just pivot, redistribute that energy into something else, into a different thing. But I think the worst thing that you can do is just overthink it and stay still. Like that, you're gonna always have to like figure things out on the go. And if you overthink it, you're not gonna go anywhere, and it's gonna actually, that pressure is gonna accumulate over time, and it's just gonna get like harder and harder and harder to start. You're better off just being like, I have no idea how this thing works, but I'm gonna do it anyway, even if it sucks. Even if I absolutely fail and like doing this thing, I'm gonna just do it anyway. And I don't have to finish it necessarily. Like if I get to a certain point where I'm like, this is no longer worth it, we move on. We choose something else. I learned something from that, and then you move on. Yusuf said, I need quick advice. I feel like I don't understand the concepts in Java. My professor skips streams and Lambda too quickly. Reading it from the book feels like a waste of time. I have 10 days until finals. I would try and look at maybe some, okay. Your university might have access to different online courses. I know that a lot of universities will partner with, I think, like LinkedIn Learning and stuff like that, where you can get access to different courses. You could probably get access to a free Java course for that. That could help cover those things more deeply, because I also understand, like, I love books, but sometimes you need to like get a bit of more of like a gentle or like higher level introduction to something before you can really understand the nitty-gritty that's explained in the book. So I would say either look for that. You should be able to get some kind of free learning subscription through your school. Alternatively, there's a lot of great YouTube channels out there that explain really, really technical concepts. I would just get a video to give you a bit of like the higher level intro, white glove kind of thing. And the visuals, because sometimes for a lot of theory stuff, the visuals are really, really helpful. That's what I would recommend. Also, thank you very much for the dono. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Indy says, my advice is to keep good people around. I entered a relationship, and over time, my own aspirations were put on the back burner. That made me lose 3 years for nothing. That's so true. That is so true. But I think that's also part of life, is that you're going to have times where you're focused on other things. And that, that takes priority, and or you have a different lesson that you need to learn right now. And so your attention is divided on that instead, Yeah, another thing you can consider as well is getting a tutor. Often you'll get either like some university staff do tutoring, or even like TAs and stuff. You might be able to get somebody that can like give you more hands-on stuff. Tutors are so underrated. Tutors are really, really good. Anita was also asking, don't you feel like you're missing out because there's so much to learn, then I don't know where to begin? I think this is where I was kind of saying to just start on something. This is also where I think a lot of the structured paths can be really helpful. Like, don't feel like you have to kind of do everything yourself. Honestly, sometimes it is worth paying for a course just to get some structure, so that you can repurpose that structure for future things that you want to learn. And or it can just give you that structure for like, so that you don't have to think, oh, what's next. It can be really helpful to give things that are use resources that define a path for you. Not the Jumbotron, yeah. Boot.dev is really good, yeah. I overthink, my ADHD brain go burr. Yeah, 100%. I think it's very common. And I think honestly, what I like the most people, okay, I'm not making words. A lot of the people that I look up to as developers, I have like picked their brain of like, how did you get the confidence to just like jump into these things that you don't know? Like, what's your process for it? How are you always building all of these things? And so much of it is just that they're like, I wasn't sure if I would figure it out or not, but I just figured I would try it and figure it out as I go, you know? So at a certain point, it's just, I think momentum is the biggest thing that you should strive for more than any other like metric or thing of productivity, is just like, let me just try and get small wins that can accumulate and aggregate. Over time. Robert says FOMO is a lie. For example, Rust was super popular a year or two ago, yet as we see, some people are choosing to learn it now. Bash didn't miss out. Bash made a choice of when to learn something. That's true. That's true. You can discover a better... this is... Just starting makes sense because you can discover a better pattern as you learn and practice better. Dive headfirst into the problem. Exactly. Like the only thing that you lose is your time. And even that, it's like you are still going to learn something from that experience. So it's not time wasted. The only thing I think is like if you're like absolutely stuck on something for an extended period of time and you're like, you know, sometimes you do just have to like look at the solution, try to understand the solution. Okay, you guys, I think, wait, I'm kind of confused. So if this is in single quotes, oh, wait, what? Okay, I'm a little confused. The logic is the same, no? Single quote. This logic is the same. Oh, this I don't think I'm using anymore. Why? Oh, wait, mode escape. If I... This one doesn't add it. Oh. Is it because it's still... Wait. Read my comment? What? Is it okay to ask you how to fetch the docs, make a personalized markdown wiki for me to match my mental model? Yeah. You're allowed to over-engineer your notes. It's fine. I think she's not real. She is AI. Being of Horizon says that. How do I know that you're real? Being of Horizon with no profile photo. How do I know you real? That's the real question. It's all a simulation. Guys, I am a little bit confused. Wait, hold on. You know what? There's a chance that this is just an edge case that they didn't test. Let me try copying that. Oh, wait, did that work? Okay, it's not gonna... Oh, wait, here. Shit. Wait, this is so wrong. No? No. It's fine? Is it fine? Is it freaking fine? I don't know. Okay, not great, I think. I need to compare this output. Hold on. Oh. So guys, you probably can't even see what I'm doing right now. I just be click clack and y'all can't even see any of what's going on right now. Okay, echo. We'll do a little, okay, we'll do it hello. We'll do that. All right. So we have that. What about single quote? Did they just not? Am I goofy? Wait, I'm doing forward slashes, not backslashes. Okay. Don't worry, you guys. No one saw that. No one saw that. Okay, now we do the other one. This should be the same logic. They're the same. Why did this pass? Did I? Wait. Yeah. Why did this pass the first time? I'm so confused. Why did this work? Backslash only escapes certain special characters? Shit. If it's in quotes. Shit. Okay. Is this your own shell right now? This one that we're running in, yeah. That's giving us the one that's giving us the wrong outputs? Yeah. That's mine. That's my baby right there. I did that. Okay. Love that. So this shouldn't work. It says I passed the test, and I don't think I passed the test. Example test. It did test multiple. Wait, but this is the same. No, that's right. Wait, is it different? They have no special escaping in single quotes. Okay, so backslash and okay, so single quotes and double quotes are different. Okay, good to know. Okay. This is interesting. So within double quotes, a backslash only escapes certain characters. So there is escaping in quotes. No. Oh no. It only escapes certain special characters? Does that mean... Okay, we can... You know what? No need to panic. We got this. We can have a case here for a backslash. And then we're going to do a little thing. We're going to add 1,000,000 comments because I'm going to forget. Okay. Only escape certain characters. Certain characters, including a quote, slash, that, and that, and then new line. Okay. Else, it's literal. Okay. String escapes backslash, explain, resulting in a literal, escapes a backtick, new line. Where is the backtick escaping to? Okay, you know what? We go to the tests. Thank God. All right. Actually, test backslash. I'm going to add another test here. Actually, you know what? We're just going to add it right here because, okay. Backslash in double quotes. Me having an existential crisis on stream. This is fine. It's okay. Didn't need this. I didn't need this to work anyway. They're handling differently. Wait, I'm so confused. Coding. ¿Por qué? Pourquoi t'es ici? Pourquoi t'es ici, coding? Off you go. What are you doing? What is happening right now? I thought this was a sub-only chat. I thought I filtered this out. I'm pissed. This is a roller coaster of emotions. You know what? I'm increasing. Do I gotta increase the sub duration? I don't want to. It is sub only. You know what? I'm not sub. Wait, you are though. How are you not subbed? How are you here? How are you freaking here? It says it's subscribers only. Oh, kidding? God. You know what? This is why I don't acknowledge YouTube chat. You know what? Are you using any library or nope? This is just raw coding. I'm building it all. No crates for me. Okay, test double quote backslash escape. Okay, so I'm gonna okay. So this one, we're gonna steal this. Just one backslash here. This is what I did last time, and it was so much more satisfying than what I usually do. Oh my god. Okay, you listen. Emacs, chill, 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 chill. Don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, and then this is the output. Oh, I didn't surround it in quotes. Okay. Inside literal quote. Yeah. Oh wait, actually I gotta yoink this first. It's okay guys, don't worry. We're doing test-driven development here. Bet y'all. Okay, I don't know how I keep printing. I keep hitting tab. That's why. Yeah, that's me. I did that. I am the problem. Join the chat. Are you speaking French? By the way, shell will be partially POSIX compliant or not planned at all. I don't know yet. I think I'll have to see a full breakdown of what that would require for being POSIX compliant, because part of me, as a fish user, part of me does believe that the POSIX compliance inside a literal. Oh wait. Literal quote outside. What? Inside literal quote. Okay, I think I need to do this thing. Me tilting my head, trying to figure out where the quotes end. Inside. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think POSIX compliance might just be a bit of a. It's like it carries a lot of like maybe legacy behavior. On TikTok? No thanks. Oh. Did you just speak French? Also, I'm not subbed if this message is visible. No, it's sub only on YouTube. Listen, the Twitch chat is fine. Twitch chat is fine. YouTube chat is where it gets unhinged. Also, Harpua, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. POSIX compliance isn't a big deal until you need to switch between Linux and BSD systems. Who the frick using BSD symptoms? What? No, BSD systems. My brain did a thing and it didn't make sense. Oh, I hate that. I don't like these ones. I don't like those ones. No. Fish is not POSIX compliant. I feel like that's where I'm okay to not be POSIX compliant. You know what though? Fish has goated tab completions. If y'all not on Fish, you gotta try it. Their tab completions are next level. Because normally the for Bash and Z Shell, they rely on tab completions that are defined by the programs that you use as like a separate thing. Fish actually will base it off of those tab completions that are defined by your programs and the man pages for the programs. So it's very nice. It's nice. Tab completion and PowerShell and Ubuntu terminal are crap. Ubuntu terminal is gonna be, is that bash shell? What shell is it? Because the completions don't have anything to do with the terminal emulator that you're using. You don't know? You could do echo $0. Usually that'll tell you. Like I think in bash at least, if I do that. Yeah, echo $0. It's bash. Yeah, if you're just doing default, I'm gonna guess it's bash. Okay, we can watch my tests fail, which I know you love to see it. I know these people are always rooting for my freaking downfall, okay? They love to see me. They love to see my struggle and pain. So we can run my failing tests. Okay, so just one, oh shit, wait. Oh no, wait. How, okay, thank God I added tests because that is a regression, no? You know, my double quotes aren't working anymore. How does that, oh, what? Wait, hold on. Okay, single quote, double quote. If it's a double quote, otherwise we're pushing it. I'm so confused. How is that not? Oh, wait. Okay, no, there's a chance that's part of my test is wrong. Just one. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta run it in an you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? Okay. Just one backslash. Wait, did it? When I failed, just one, oh no, that's right. Just one backslash. This. Oh no. It wants that and it wants it to just, I don't think I need that. Okay, wait, let me try running it again. Okay, so it's not maintaining, it's not honoring the single quotes. Why? Oh no. I feel like I need my debugger and I don't have it fully set up. Because I feel like, wait. No, you know why? It's because I didn't, hold on, it's fine. It's the test. Guys, I need to add a bookmark for my test. This is so silly. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. I had a bookmark now. Okay, you know what? I think I did a thing where I don't think that so I wasn't accounting for the fact that these are actual characters that are being included. I don't recall, did I have to escape those when I did them before? I don't think so. I think as long as it's within the pound, like the pound sign, it'll be fine. So this one will probably, we'll see if that one fails now. Okay, it's still, okay, is it, am I being goofy? Am I the problem here? Because there's a chance I just need to add these as the... Okay. Oh no, it is taking that as a... Wait, I'm so confused. I've ruined everything. Hi, what are you doing? Oh, wait, did we get... Whoa. Goo, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. What are we doing? I'm writing a shell. Just for funsies. We're building a shell from scratch. And I am currently trying to figure out if the problem is with my test or my implementation. Because right now I've got, I don't know if you can see my little test thing that I have in the corner, but I'm testing it. My test is failing. And I'm trying to figure out if it's properly registering that this is within double quotes, which would change the behavior here. Because I actually really don't see the logic issue. I really don't see any issue with the logic for the with the current little switch case-a-rooski here. You don't have my string. Oh, you know what? You could be right. There's a chance. I don't know. I don't think I need it. Okay, hold on. Just one backslash. I don't know if I need it here. Hold on. Yeah, wait. You know what? This is an echo one, so I think what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna format it. Do the parse args, I'm gonna format. Because this is essentially the same as printing it to your terminal. And I want that, join. Okay. Then at least maybe I can see. But I can't remember how to do. Do I have to do this? Okay, there's a chance this is worse. It's okay. We'll get there. Format argument must be a string literal. What do you mean? How is this not a string? Oh, it's because yeah. This one is because I don't have the macro denoted, and then this one is because I don't have it within quotes. And then this one, I need to run and see what happens. Okay. Wait, I'm confused. 223? Oh. Wait, which one did I change? Okay, that was my bad. I meant to change this one. I meant to change the one that was failing. You know what? Oversight. A little bit of an oversight. Hi, Blinter. Line 117 isn't doing anything with a single quote when mode is double quote. Well, but when mode is double quote, when mode is double quote, I have a fall through where it should be like any other. Oh my God. You're so right. Oh no. Why did I put this comment in here? I hate everything. You guys, it was me this whole time. Hero. I hope you have a good night, Hero. Oh my God. Okay. Hear me out. Oh wait, I think, I wish I could undo a certain hunk. Wait, which one is it? B? Where do I see my bookmarks? Oh, I think it's just, is it not just? There we go. All right. Should I subscribe? It seems interesting. That is, you're already subbed. If you're in the chat, you're already subbed. What do you mean? Are you on Twitch right now? We are also on Twitch, yes. Yes. I'll continue working on the quote step tomorrow. I have ideas now. Yes, we be plotting. We be freaking plotting. I got tail scale working after reformatting. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. You can highlight a region. Oh, you're so smart. Oh my God. Wait, how do I do that? Wait. Also, that was the wrong block. Wait, I'm so confused. That is not my bookmark. Did I move the bookmark? How do I delete you? Delete. M. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay. You guys, don't worry, we got this. I really want to know how to do that, but we'll figure it out. Instead, we're gonna do, wait, this isn't even it. Bad test backslash? It's this one. Am I goofy? Guys, I'm gonna be honest, there's a chance I'm really freaking goofy. Yeah, whatever. We'll leave the other one for right now. Just one backslash. No, it's still doing that. Wait. Oh, did I undo the change? No. Single quote, double quote, escape. If it's escape. Do I have something escaped right here? The quotes should not be affected. I'm so intrigued by why those single quotes are not being honored here. I did change that. Just one backslash. Okay, wait, this I'm also gonna just don't worry about this. Don't worry about my chaos brain, okay? Listen. I didn't choose this life, it chose me. Yeah, and then this is gonna be a vector instead. Yeah, guys, don't worry about my testing skills. We're fine. How far have you come in this shell project? We're doing argument parsing still. So I still have a long ways to go, but we're working on it. Let's see. Yeah, this freaking chose me. All right. I really thought that would fix it, no? I don't know how that worked. Oh, I accidentally closed the buffer with the main file in it. I mean, I'm already in double quote. Otherwise, we just push it. I don't know why that's not pushing. Skip if mode is none. We should be, oh, wait. Hold on, just one backslash. I think what's happening is that it's not, okay, it is, I think, my test. Hold on. It is this one. I think I need to do something where this is like, you guys, listen, hear me out. I'm running into some skill issue here. I will actually ask AI if this doesn't work this time, because I think it is my test. Okay, we're gonna ask AI. Okay, why is my test on line 220. We're just gonna ask it why it's failing. Come on. Let me read what it wants to do. Test double quote escape. Yeah, okay, so it is my fault. It's the test isn't double quoted. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of evil. That's kind of evil looking. Okay, so I have to double quote it like that. Inside. Oh, I don't remember this one. Wait. Inside literal quote is double quoted with a backslash quote. Outside that. Yes, I need one more. Another quote there. Okay. I think that is right. Are you using AI locally? No. I wish I had the RAM for that. I only have 16 gigs of, wait, actually, on this, actually on my laptop, I have 32 gigs, I think. 32 gigs of RAM. Actually, I probably could upgrade it if I stole the RAM from my other framework. But no, I'm not running it locally because it eats up a little too much RAM. Unfortunately. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's try running it again. Okay. Well, now it's better. Now it's getting a million backslashes, which I think is... Oh, I think I came across this before. Hold on. Just one. How many backslashes am I supposed to have? Should see opening quote as an escape slash little, but not as quote syntax. So, just one. Oh, I'm so confused a little bit. Parse args, just one backslash. I think. Yeah, these tests are honestly kind of hard to write. Okay, so I think the first one passed. And then this one, what's wrong with this one? Is it? For the /n, you just change mode escape when you're in mode double quote. Yeah, I haven't. Oh, you're so right. I haven't handled escaping yet in double quotes. Okay. All right. So that is the. You know what? Yeah, we leave the test for now. Let's handle the escapes, which is honestly I might just do handle handle escape, something like that. I might actually just do a little helper thing because this is crazy. Oh, hello. Handle escape, and then I'll have probably, there was a list of allowed escapes. So what we could do is handle escape. So this is okay, we're in quotes. The current character is a backslash. Okay, current character is backslash. Next char will be escaped. I also need to change mode escape, I think. Do I? We'll see. A sanity check on the tree. What tree? It'll handle the escape on the mat. Yeah. you know what? We'll just make it a big, huge blob of garbage is what we're going to do. Let me just put it in this first, and then I can turn it into a function later if I decide that it looks cleaner. Actually, let's do, okay, that, okay. Okay, so we're in quotes. The current character is a backslash. Next character will be an escape. Is chars dot, can I just do ch dot peek? Do I have to make it peekable? I think I have to make it peekable. What is this? Peekable iterator. What do you want? Okay. How does that work? Hold on. Peekable Rust. Handle the rest. Wait, you can just switch to escape mode there. And then handle the rest in mode escape. Yes, actually, you're right. I think you're right. No, but I think, is there a chance that what we're escaping is different? I think what we're escaping is different in double quotes versus not in double quotes is kind of my concern. Because if I change the mode to escape, then I'm no longer tracking that we're in quotes or that we came from quotes, which isn't good. So I think there's also a chance that I need to actually take escape as like, it should not be exclusive. Like am I making sense? There's a chance that I should be able to have both double quote and escape at the same time. We'll see. A stack of modes, honestly, maybe. Might be a little over, I don't know. Guys, I am starting to get a little bit hungry. Okay, we're in quotes. The current characters or the next character will be escaped. We can either, okay, either switch to, we can try that first. We can switch to escape mode. Handle it there. Then somehow go back to in quotes. To like in double quote. And then the other option is like peek next char. Add that. Move on. You can attach the previous state as a value of escape. Actually, that's true. That's a really good point. Okay. Prove a state to the val of escape. Okay, peek the next character, add that, and then move on. Is there other option? Let me see what, oh, it's next is what it is. Okay, ch dot, let me try this, see what this does. What are you? Oh, you don't got that? Peekable rest, iterator. So, oh, I see. Wait, I don't think. On peekable rest. Yo, what's up, Wink? Are we coding? We yapping today. We are actually doing a little bit of both. I think we are mostly coding. I think we're getting stuff done. Yeah, I think we're doing good. Taking the fixed value with peak. Show me. Oh, for that one, I have to do peak and next. Huh. Peekable. Let's summon peekable.next. Okay. I think the solution, I think if I try to peek, I'm going to have to redo a lot more than if I just add the previous, mode. Okay, why is it mad? Why are you mad? Recursive type mode has an infinite set. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Mode escape. Can I give it like an option? Hold on. Allow variation. I think I just take it out of a mode. It's not a mode. Is kind of the play. Enum. I can just do here. I'll just do a Boolean or something. Let match. I think it's literally just that. Do you write all the code yourself? Yeah. I just be coding. Okay. So that, and then are we switching on, fuck, we're switching on mode. Wait, that might be fine. If the mode is escape, if the mode is, okay. If the mode is, oh, I think the mode can't be anything else though. Double quote escape. Okay, wait, hold on. My brain is malfunctioning with the logic right now. I can feel it. I can feel it not wanting to do anything. Okay, what do we need to do? Girl, lock it in. Lock it in. Back to the same previous. Okay. So in this case, okay, what is the control flow that we're gonna go for here? We want to, okay, sanity notes. All right. We need to, okay, it can be quoted, sometimes escaped. Also sometimes escaped. If it's escaped, we handle it in a consistent, we kind of don't handle it in a consistent way though, because I think it escapes differently within quotes. Okay. Depending on the mode. Okay. So that kind of means that we just handle it within the modes, I think. And I don't bother having an escape. Oh, but do I need it? Because the next one, the mode is going to be true. I need the mode. For anything that's not that. Okay, you guys, I might have to take a break. I've been coding for almost 3 hours straight. I might need to get up. I might need to go putter around and then revisit revisit this. My brain is starting to not, like, I can tell, you know, when your brain, it's like your brain starts to try and formulate logic, and then you're like, I am going to dig a trench right now. I can feel it. That's where I'm at. Yeah, the stack idea is a good idea. Okay, potential ideas from the chat. Stack could be good. I actually, honestly, a stack would really fit here. That would be really good. Okay. Yeah, guys, I think this is our reminder that we need to take breaks. I think I might just end stream because I gotta see you guys tomorrow anyway. Today's only Wednesday. We'll be back with another coding stream tomorrow afternoon. I hope y'all enjoyed today's little coding sesh. I'm gonna work on this a little bit more later, probably. But I will take a little mini break. All right, creatures of the internet. Let's see who we can raid. Hello, mouse. Are you leaving soon? Yeah, I think we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it all. And by that I mean the streams. Let me find someone that we can raid. Hello? I hope you all enjoyed that stream and the vibes. If you want more, if you want to chill, you can do !Discord in the YouTube chat or the Twitch chat. Here, let me, I hope y'all enjoy the chaos of this stream. All right, you can do Discord. Wow. Okay, let's find somewhere to raid. Maybe, do we raid someone new? Who do we do? What do we do? Who, what, where? Oh yeah, I forgot I'm not in the coding category right now. My bad. Do you all have a preference? If there are any VIPs, mods that want me to raid someone in particular. For those on YouTube who don't know what a raid is, it's basically if you're in part of the Twitch chat. If you're part of the Twitch chat, you can basically, I can raid somebody and they like, my viewers all go to that, like basically I'll get sent into their stream. Oh man, I feel like I don't even know. Wait, let me see. You know what? Maybe we raid Abu. I don't know if we raided Abu last time. Oh, Rust audio dev is insane. Okay, yeah, we can go to Maya. Wait, raid. Guys, I hope I got this name right. Is that right? And my brain is a little fried, TBH. Okay, yeah, I think that's the right way. You wonderful people, thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow for more coding shenanigans. We will continue building the shell, slowly solving one problem at a time. I think today we did a good job with the refactor. The logic feels a lot cleaner. But yeah, I gotta take a little break so that my brain can not insist on digging holes. I feel like this is so classic developer move. But yeah, so I'll let you guys go and I'll see you soon. Will you raid Prime? We'll raid Prime one day if I ever stream before him. I haven't been streaming in the mornings anymore, so we haven't raided each other in a while. Most of the time there's no overlap. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, bye, bye. Did it work? I don't know if it worked. Okay. Bye.